Today we're going to introduce the third batch of new prehistoric animal models from CollectA. And we're not going to talk about dinosaurs. Well, we may have to mention some small ones. Stick around, we'll tell you more. Hi, Everything Dinosaur here, and in today's video we're going to be introducing the third batch of new for 2021 CollectA Prehistoric Animals. We'll talk about two prehistoric animal figures and a new set of mini prehistoric animal models. We want to take this opportunity to pay tribute to the hard-working and dedicated team at CollectA, who despite COVID-19 and all the difficulties that has brought, have still been able to bring a new range of figures to the market for 2021. So, after the obligatory request to subscribe to our channel, we'll jump straight in. Don't forget to subscribe and to hit that notification button to be part of the conversation. The first of the models that we are introducing today is an Age of Dinosaurs popular Elasmosaurus, a replica of the huge late Cretaceous plesiosaur, fossils of which are known from the Pierre Shale Formation, which represents sediments laid down when much of North America was covered by a vast sea, known as the Western Interior Seaway. When Elasmosaurus was formally named, back in 1868, by the famous American paleontologist Edward Drinker Cope, it was one of the first members of the Pleiosauria clade to have been discovered in North America, and Elasmosaurus, with its 70-plus neck bones, was much bigger than members of the Plesiosauridae family known from Europe. Unfortunately for Cope, he presented an initial overview of this marine reptile in a report to the Academy of Natural Sciences of Philadelphia. An illustration of the Elasmosaurus skeleton, with a relatively short neck and an extremely long tail, was included. And this skeletal reconstruction made it into preprint versions of the scientific manuscript. Cope's mentor, Joseph Lyday, spotted that the skull had been added to the wrong end, a mistake that Cope's rival, Othniel Charles Marsh, ridiculed him for. This helped to fuel the bitter rivalry between Marsh and Cope, known as the Bone Wars. The slender, triangular skull associated with Elasmosaurids has been carefully recreated by the CollectA design team, and the model is depicted with its mouth open, as if it's about to grab a small fish or a squid. In this pose, the teeth lining the upper and lower jaws can be seen clearly. Replicas of Elasmosaurus have been around for many years, most of which erroneously depict this animal with a swan-like neck, capable of lifting its head high above the water surface. In contrast, the head and neck of this new CollectA model are held in an almost parallel position to the body. The marine reptile is in the process of turning, as if in an attempt to surprise a shoal of fish. Eagle-eyed viewers will have spotted the presence of a tail fluke, like the one found on the CollectA Deluxe 1:40 scale Thalassamedon Elasmosaurid model that was introduced in 2016. Paleontologists have identified some anatomical evidence within the Plesiosauroidea to support the hypothesis that some of these animals had tail flukes. Shortened and compressed caudal vertebra at the distal end of the tail, the end of the tail furthest away from the body, might represent anchor points for a fleshy tail. Sadly, the best known evidence for tail flukes in these marine reptiles came from a specimen of Coeliosaurus, reported upon in 1895. Outlines of soft tissues at the end of the tail were purportedly thought to represent a small, diamond-shaped tail, similar to the tail seen in the CollectA Elasmosaurus. However, these fossils are no longer available for study. Bizarrely, as part of the fossil preservation process, these outlines were painted over, and the specimen, which was part of a German museum collection, was destroyed in World War II. The CollectA Age of Dinosaurs popular Elasmosaurus measures approximately 24 centimeters long, and it has a width across the rear flippers of around 8 centimeters. It's great to see an Elasmosaurus added to the CollectA range, and Everything Dinosaur is likely to have this figure in stock in the middle of 2021. The second new CollectA figure we introduced today is a 1/40 scale deluxe replica of Xiphactinus, a model of a predatory prehistoric fish that was a contemporary of Elasmosaurus. Xiphactinus was a fast-swimming, voracious hunter of the late Cretaceous seas. With a body length of up to 6 meters, this bony fish was one of the top predators associated with the Western Interior Seaway of North America. Xiphactinus might be synonymous with the Western Interior Seaway, but it was just one of numerous large nectonic predators associated with that body of water. So much so that with sizable sharks, murderous mosasaurs, and the likes of Elasmosaurus for company, paleontologists have nicknamed this ancient seaway Hell's Aquarium. In fact, Xiphactinus was both geographically and temporally widespread, with fossils reported from North America, Venezuela, and Europe, and also from Argentina in the southern hemisphere. The genus was erected by Edward Drinker Cope's mentor, Joseph Lyday, in 1856, but perhaps the best known species, Xiphactinus audax, was described by Lyday in 1870. Xiphactinus has a formidable reputation amongst scientists. Several fossils have been found which show the undigested body parts of prey, preserved inside the stomach cavity. Perhaps the most famous fossil exhibit that documents predatory behaviour is the Xiphactinus audax specimen, with the complete skeleton of a 1.8 metre long fish preserved inside its body. This is on display at the Sternberg Museum of Natural History in Kansas. The CollectA Deluxe 1/40 scale Xiphactinus has a similar coloration to a modern-day tarpon. It may not have been closely related to the tarpon, but it probably did occupy a similar niche in the marine ecosystem. Viewed from above, the CollectA Xiphactinus is seen to be moving in a gentle S pose, as if cruising near the water surface looking for its next victim. Model collectors may recall that a small Xiphactinus replica was included in the CollectA box of mini prehistoric marine animals that was introduced in 2017. And it's great to see another replica of a prehistoric fish, joining the likes of Dunkleosteus and the 2020 CollectA Megalodon model in the deluxe range. Fans and followers of Everything Dinosaur on Facebook might recall that earlier in the year we put up a post asking whether or not CollectA should go ahead and make a Xiphactinus replica. Our thanks for the huge response. Both CollectA and Everything Dinosaur really value your input. Pop over to our Facebook page and say hello. We look forward to hearing from you. And give our page a like. The CollectA Deluxe Xiphactinus figure is likely to be in stock at Everything Dinosaur in the middle of 2021, and the model measures a fraction over 16 centimeters in length, and that powerful looking tail fin is a little over 5.5 centimeters tall. We congratulate the design team of CollectA for creating such a stunning replica of this fearsome prehistoric fish. The third and final announcement that we're making today is that CollectA will be adding another set of mini dinosaur and prehistoric animal models to their range. CollectA first added sets of mini prehistoric animals back in 2016, when they introduced 2 sets, each with 10 mini models. These figures have proved very popular with dinosaur fans and model collectors. The cleverly designed clear packaging also serves as a lockable storage box. This set will also feature 10 replicas, 8 dinosaurs, plus a mini flying reptile figure, Aguidraco, and in keeping with the prehistoric marine animal motif established with the Elasmosaurus and the Xiphactinus, this set will also feature a Pliosaurus. The 8 dinosaur models are an Alamosaurus, a late Cretaceous titanosaur, the large theropod Mapusaurus, a potential predator of Argentinosaurus, which is also in this set. Then we have an iguanodon. The horned dinosaurs are represented by Mercuriceratops. There is a Therizinosaurus, complete with miniature claws, an Oviraptor, and the fearsome Utahraptor. 9 of these models are completely new. The miniature Plesiosaurus was first featured in the collector box of mini prehistoric marine animals that came out in 2017. All, apart from the Plesiosaurus, are entirely new sculpts, and they're all based on existing CollectA models. They can be used to represent juveniles or subadults when building prehistoric animal scenes and dioramas. That's the third batch of new for 2021 CollectA Prehistoric Animals introduced. We've talked about the Age of Dinosaurs popular Elasmosaurus. We've discussed the new mini Prehistoric Animal Model Set. And we've introduced the new CollectA Deluxe 1:40 scale Xiphactinus, which will be swimming into stock at Everything Dinosaur in the middle of next year. It's wonderful to see CollectA adding a model of a prehistoric fish to their range of figures, which brings us to this, our question of the day. What other prehistoric fishes would you like CollectA to make a model of? Would your collection be complete with a Cretaceous Cretoxyrhina? Or would you get excited about a Eustepopteron? Or maybe Hybodus would hold your attention. Perhaps a Pandaichthys would bring you pleasure. Maybe you might want CollectA to give a nod towards tetrapod evolution and produce a model of Tiktaalik. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below, and we'll feed back your views to our friends at CollectA. So there you have it, our lowdown on this week's new model announcements from CollectA. We'll post up our 4th and final video in this series in a week's time, providing you with exclusive details of the last set of new for 2021 CollectA Prehistoric Animal models to be introduced. There are a lot of new prehistoric animal models coming out in the next few months. We recommend that you check out Everything Dinosaur on social media so you can be kept up to date with all the new model introductions. In the meantime, we'll put up links to the CollectA Prehistoric Life and the CollectA Deluxe sections of our website in the video description below, so you can look at these particular product ranges and perhaps pick up a model or two. We'll also include links to the 3 special blog posts that we have written, each post providing more details about the models and figures announced that week. The Everything Dinosaur blog is crammed full of articles all about paleontology, fossil finds, dinosaurs, prehistoric animals, and model collecting. We heartily recommend it to you. So, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this short video. And one more thing. Thank you.